Friends, Canadians, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him, just kidding. We're here to talk about something far more intriguing: Donald Trump's bold proposition to annex Canada. Yes, you heard that right. The man who once suggested buying Greenland has set his sights on our neighbors to the north. Now you might be thinking, John, this is clearly a bold move, right? And for a while, that's what many assumed. It was just another classic Trumpian soundbite designed to grab headlines and spark conversation. But like a good idea that sticks, this proposal has refused to fade away. Trump keeps bringing it up, insisting it's a strategic move if only everyone would see the potential, which, knowing Trump, probably involves a strategic plan, a business deal, and a confident appearance. The audacity of it all. Annexing a G7 nation, a country with its own distinct culture, history, and healthcare system, one that many Americans admire, by the way. It's the kind of idea you'd expect to find in a strategic plan, not something dismissed lightly. But here we are. So, how did Canada react to this, shall we say, bold proposition? Well, imagine being told you've won a free timeshare presentation, only to discover it's actually a mandatory seminar on the joys of living in a Trump tower. That's pretty much the sentiment up north. Canadians, known for their politeness and love of hockey, were understandably less than thrilled. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, bless his charming socks, has politely but firmly rejected the idea. Other Canadian politicians have responded with a mixture of amusement and thinly veiled disdain. Doug Ford, the Premier of Ontario, jokingly suggested Canada should just buy Alaska, Minnesota, and Minneapolis in return. You know things are serious when Canadians start making jokes about invading America. Meanwhile, back in the good old US of A, reactions have been mixed. Some Republicans, particularly those who think Canada is just America's hat, are all for it. They see visions of maple syrup flowing freely, and untapped reserves of Canadian politeness just waiting to be exploited. Democrats, on the other hand, have largely condemned the proposal as reckless and undemocratic. Even some Republicans, bless their tiny cold hearts, have expressed reservations about annexing an entire country without, their consent. Let's be clear, the legal and logistical hurdles to annexing Canada are about as high as the CN Tower. It's not like buying a condo in Florida, folks. The U.S. Constitution, that foundational document, actually lays out a process for admitting new states. It involves congressional approval, consent of the state legislatures, that's right, all 50 of them, plus Puerto Rico, and a whole lot of paperwork. And that's assuming Canada actually wants to be annexed, which, spoiler alert, they might not. You can't just walk into a country, wave your hands, and declare it yours. Well, you can try, but it's not the best approach. The international community tends to frown upon that sort of thing. It's why we have treaties, alliances, and those little do-not-cross signs at the border. Annexing Canada would be a diplomatic challenge, making the US a pariah on the world stage and likely sparking a trade war that would make the current one look like a friendly game of Monopoly. So, let's say, hypothetically speaking, that by some strategic maneuvering and bold leadership, Trump actually managed to pull this off. What would a 51-star America, with Canada proudly added to the top, actually look like? Well, for starters, there might be some adjustments needed at the DMV. Canada's 38 million people would instantly become American citizens, which means more voices in our democracy. And while some Canadians might initially resist, many could appreciate the benefits of joining a stronger, more influential nation. Imagine a wave of freedom-loving Canadians joining us at the polls. It could balance out the political landscape in unexpected ways. The economic implications are significant. America would gain access to Canada's vast natural resources, boosting our economy. While there might be initial economic adjustments, the long-term benefits could be substantial. Plus, have you seen the price of maple syrup lately? It could become more affordable. And let's not forget the cultural enrichment. Americans would have the opportunity to embrace Canadian traditions and vice versa. Meanwhile, Canadians would experience the vibrancy of American culture. It'd be a unique blend, like a Thanksgiving dinner with diverse dishes. In conclusion, the idea of Canada becoming the 51st state is bold and ambitious, reflecting Trump's vision for a stronger America. It's a proposal that challenges the status quo and envisions a united North America. So let's consider the possibilities and potential benefits. Together we could achieve great things. And yes, we might even learn to appreciate Nickelback.